Welcome to the Sisters podcast. I am so excited to be in front of you guys, getting this started today. I'm not gonna lie, this has been in the mix, in my mind, my heart for years. Literally got my podcast name this year, October 3rd. While I was in the living room talking with one of my friends, and we were just catching up, and I was like, that's it, that's gonna be my podcast name. I went back to my notes, my voice memos, because I've been doing stuff like this, like by myself for some time. I went back to my voice memo, and on October 3rd, 2016, I recorded my first podcast. And it's so crazy that years later, God is still revealing and showing to me what He wants me to do, and He's making it known. And I'm just so happy to finally be here and finally start the Sisters podcast. So thank you all for tuning in. And it's crazy because October 3rd, 2016, when I started recorded my first podcast, my title was Adventures with 5Gs. For those of you who do not know, I have 4 sisters. Grew up in a house with five girls, all of us, all in one house. And what better way to start my podcast than with my sisters here in the studio right now. Shout out to you guys. Right. So I want you guys, we're going to start with Shy to the left. I want you guys to say your first name and your occupation, and I'm playing first name and how old are you?
I'm Cheyenne. I'm 16.
My name is Nia. I'm 26.
My name is Tanisha. I'm 28.
You want us to look at you? My name is Lanita, and I'm 18.
All right, so I am 28 as well, and Lanita, as you can see, she is just her own little person over there. It is a 12-year gap from me and Cheyenne. I am the oldest. I am your host, Jazzy Jazz, and I am 28, Cheyenne 16. And I know some of you guys are probably doing math, and I was like, how is Tonisha 28? I'm 28. Let me tell you guys something. Tonisha is my cousin on my dad's side. My mom took her in when she was 7 years old, and she has been my sister ever since. So that is my blood sister. We are twins, if you want to say that. You feel me? Me and Tonisha, our birthdays are all in January. We all, Nia, you're Aquarius, I'm sorry, but we celebrate all of our birthdays, and we celebrate our birthdays in January. And crazy enough, Lanita and Cheyenne, their birthdays both starts with their birthday month. Starts with the A. Cheyenne is April 10th, and Lanita's is August 10th. So everything works out for a reason. It all comes together, and I'm just so excited to have my sisters in the room with us today. So, all right, we're gonna start off with some questions first and foremost. So our first question is, we're gonna go. You can shout it out if you want, but it's just a simple question, okay? And this is about our childhood, so you guys should be able to.
It's like trivia?
No, it's not trivia. It's just which one you prefer more. Okay. Okay. Alright. Bolt or Shrek?
Bolt. Shrek.
No,
hands down.
I'm Bolt.
We know the whole words of Shrek.
We do know the whole words of Shrek, but we all do. But I was about to say, like, Bolt is like Bolt.
Nah, Shrek.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go Shrek. I can't wait to get on the road again.
I think we're gonna start with Shrek. Yeah. And Bolt is definitely.
Bolt.
What's the one that was in the hamster wheel? What's the name?
Rhino.
That was I'm screaming. Alright. Apple Jacks or Frosted Flakes?
Frosted Flakes.
Apple Jacks.
Frosted Flakes. What?
Frosted Flakes hurts my mouth.
Yeah. I don't think
soggy fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Get
Frosted
soggy
Flakes first, then Apple Jacks. It depends on the day though, cause
Right.
I might pick Apple Jacks first, but all right, cool. All right, last one. Smiley face French fries or fried raviolis?
Fried ravioli. No, barbecue sauce.
Right.
No. You right.
I look like she too young.
I don't like fried. I don't like either.
Yeah, listen. Y'all, right. We know. We was here with it.
Bridgeport food.
Don't do that. You was in Bridgeport.
Black
You just got to West Haven.
Black potatoes.
You should have said hamburger helper or sleep for dinner. Like.
So which one you choosing? For dinner? Or hamburger helper?
Y'all bugging.
You guys would force me to eat hamburger.
Yeah, listen. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Nah, that's funny. Y'all wanna hear my first, y'all gotta laugh. Y'all wanna hear my first podcast? Yeah.
Sure.
It's literally the adventure with the 5Gs. Alright. Listen to this. Yo, I was screaming when I heard this because I sound mad young. Like 2016 and we're now in 2023, but like
Were you in Range?
I was in Range. Shout outs to Range. Yo, you wanna know what's funny? Can you just make sure that's recording? Does it say record?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay, so you know what's funny? I graduated from Franklin Pierce in 2017, and it's crazy because, I feel like I had to do a lot first, to test out the waters, and I was like a trial run, which I'm fine with, to give you guys the ability to follow after me. Like, if I had to help you guys to not go down the path that I went down, I'm glad that I had to go through it first before you guys had to. But anyways, Lynita is a freshman at Franklin Pierce now.
Let's give it up.
Tell the people, what number are you wearing?
Well, unfortunately, there were no other numbers available. So, no, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, what?
We try to play.
Y'all trying to say, I'm scared. There was no other numbers available. I got 32. Yo, she got my number, 32.
I've been wearing 32 since I was in 5th grade, 4th grade, number 32.
Nice. That's so sweet.
When you do it?
Yo. I'm screaming. So yes, I was in Range. I got my bachelor's degree in mass communication. So media, film, this is stuff that I've been doing for a while. I just been doing it for myself and or sharing it with people I feel would want to hear it. But I'm excited to get this out. I'm excited to show people a different side of me because I'm typically quiet, but they all know that that's not who I really am. So let y'all gonna hear this. Quiet, I'm quiet here. All right.
Eat that much.
Listen to this.
Being in one house with 5 girls is definitely a lot of ups and downs, and being the oldest of the 5, there comes a lot of responsibility with it. And when my mom had to work long days, I played mother most of the time. And that's something I had to learn how to do pretty good. I remember some summer days when all of us were at home, we were either playing in the living room, playing in the kitchen, dining room, we were all just doing our own thing. And one thing we didn't do too well was clean up, and that's something my mom hated when she came home from work. I can remember her now, coming up the stairs, stomping up the stairs, and she gets into the living room and she sees that it's a mess, and she gets into the kitchen, and that was a mess too. And she just started bugging out, and we're sitting there looking at each other like, why is she spazzing for no reason? And we didn't understand it until Saturdays came. Saturday mornings, I remember my mom used to turn on the loud gospel music, and she used to play gospel music, and when you heard the gospel music, you knew it was time to clean up. She would come upstairs with the loud gospel music playing in the background, and she'd be like, all right guys, it's time to wake up, time to clean up, since y'all didn't want to clean up all week. And we would look at each other. It had to be at 8:30 in the morning. We're like, Mom, are you serious? It's a Saturday. And she's like, I'm so serious. And I didn't understand her pain until I had to work my own self. So I'm at work, my mom's at work, but I came home from work earlier than her. And I come up the stairs after a long day, and I'm looking around. I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? Why didn't y'all clean up this room? And they're looking at us like, oh no, I didn't do nothing to do. And then that's when I felt my mother's pain. So every day from there on forward, when we made a mess, I made sure to clean up. And we got my mom to the point where she didn't have to turn that loud gospel music anymore on Saturdays because we did it the rest of the week. And that was the lesson that I learned from my mom.
Screaming.
You know what that was giving? Remember the Metro Kids snaps? That's that game.
Johnny? Yes, you did. When the
That's
turtle
what
was on the
that
screen, he was like, and then he was.
No, the
It was
turtle
Johnny,
was
it was a pigeon.
Johnny
was acting
I can't. Not the.
That's how you
That one that
sound.
couldn't, the thing that couldn't fly, that chicken that couldn't fly. Yo,
And then he was
feet.
that couldn't fly.
That couldn't
I
fly.
can't.
Yo, I'm
So
screaming.
that was the podcast, and I'm so glad that did not go out. Cause what was I saying? Like, but it's funny to see like the growth from there to now. Like I don't even know what I was doing this day, where I was at, but October 3rd to the 6th, like 3rd, 2016 till now. You know, October 3rd, 2003, and we are here. So I'm just glad that like I didn't lose this vision and that we can make it come back. So podcast with, adventure with the 5Gs obviously didn't stick, but that's okay because the Sistaaa podcast
Sister.
reaches out to more other girls. So amen. Thank you guys for not willingly coming to be my podcast, but actually, you know, it's opening up and, you know, having the opportunity to come on here and speak. So thank you. So- So I'm gonna ask y'all. We're gonna start with this. What was your favorite memory growing up, or what can you think like a favorite tradition, or what of us all growing up? Go ahead, Anita, you go first.
Well, one core memory, like I know a lot of people have seen Inside Out, and one memory for me would probably be for all of us together is, you know, we would come home, probably be like from a celebration, already partying at the celebration, and come back and continue going on, probably in the living room, like our old living room. We did that a lot, you know. And then my one memory that I really remember is after my graduation in 8th grade, it was like we all were together in the living room and just dancing together, like, and that's what we always do. And we did it again in New Year's. Mommy had COVID and we were still dancing, singing our songs. And just when we do that, I feel like we're all together.
Right.
And it's like, all the songs we sing are all songs we know. And like, it's kind of a dance party with just, you know, 5 of us. Sometimes Mommy's joins, but.
I honestly, I was gonna say that was like our dance battles or like because they Soul Train lines in the living room.
One time we had one and like, it was like me against Tanisha. I told her her breath smelled. Like, it was a dance battle. Like, it was a rap
y'all was acting
battle.
like what was that movie y'all used to watch, that Disney Channel movie?
Let It Shine.
Let It Shine. Yes, y'all was acting like that, going back and forth. That's not funny. Go ahead, Tanisha. What's your favorite memory?
I would say my favorite memory is actually us going to church together. Like, it was really nice going to church together, like waking up. Well, Mom woke us up on Sundays, like, yo, come on, let's go to church. And it was just so amazing because, like, if you think about it, like, how she had started us young and we still, like, we still know who God is from that time of us being young, and it just kept on going. And I just wanted to say, like, it's just feels so good because like we're just God's children, and like we stick onto that, like no matter if we like fell down, so we still know who we are in Christ, because she Mommy always brought us that and never made us forget who we are. And it just always stick with me, and it always stick with us. When she asked her who you are, I'd be like, child of God, and we always stick with that. And that was just like my favorite memory of her, just always having us go to church together.
It's crazy too because you know, times are getting harder and like the world is changing, but like when you can go back to where your first foundation of like God and understanding that like there's just certain things that we wouldn't be able to do if we didn't grow up in the church to like fully comprehend what was going on outside of us. So I agree. That is a great memory. Go ahead, Nia.
I would say like Christmas and New Year's Eve is always like the best time for us. Like just being together when the ball drops. You know, waking up early on Christmas morning. You know, mommy's usually cooking, and after that.
Yeah, she do. She make Christmas breakfast.
After we wake her up.
Right. She got to work the next day.
But just like being together for major holidays. But one of my favorite memories is we had a really bad snowstorm in the wintertime and we couldn't drive. But mommy wanted to check on Emma. So we walked to Emma's house.
Allocate.
Allocate.
That's enough.
And I remember us walking in Emma's house and mommy took a picture of all of us like walking.
We had the stick in our hand.
We had the stick in our hand, right?
We was traveling.
Right. That's probably my favorite memory.
Right. So we usually celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve with like my mom's brothers and sisters and their family, my grandmother and stuff like that. Usually come over to our house. So Christmas morning is like mommy cooks and we open presents and then at that point that's it. It's over.
That's not what happens.
But yes, it is.
We used to open presents only on Christmas Eve.
It was like 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah, midnight.
It was like that's still Christmas Day.
Don't count.
We wake up on Christmas Day.
Now we.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year's is, I feel like that's, like we literally, I just finished having COVID last New Year's and, mommy had got it and she's in the other room all masked up and we in the living room acting crazy till like 2 o'clock in the morning, just listening to gospel music and all this other music.
We was listening to music, music really.
Yeah, but
It was a vibe.
Disney music.
Right.
We still, like I said, like you were saying before, how when we, like, at the old house and stuff like that, we'll be dancing together. We still was doing the same thing at our new house. So
Right.
It still never changed. We still did the same thing. That's never going to change.
no, so. Cheyenne?
My favorite memory definitely has to be our summer in Nantucket. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I like when we used to play Barbie with you guys and Tonisha used to be Ken. And that was just really funny.
Ken is crazy.
Yo, crazy. Yo,
We the Bears.
we used to
play
have.
cards. She lost the Ken playing cards.
What about, was y'all old enough to play like blackjack for candy?
Nah, they wasn't
Yo,
there.
they wasn't there. Yo, they wasn't
there.
there.
We used to do the Buy Me a Bluff.
Yes, yeah, no, that definitely.
We did hide and seek with
We played hide-
Yes.
Mine is in the dark. We had a hide and seek with Jasmine after some Bible study.
Yeah, I can't.
But one other memory, it's not a core memory, is I remember
It's not
Jazz-
a cool memory?
it's not a core memory or a favorite memory, but I just remember Shane mentioned playing dolls when you guys played with us when we were younger. I remember you guys put me in like the small little like carriage thing,
Oh, the stroller.
carrying me down the stairs.
How do you remember
I
that?
remember it.
Or we used to put her
Jasmine put me
in the
in
blanket
there.
and throw her up and eat.
No, we used to put her in a blanket and sit
Oh, yeah.
side to side.
My favorite memory was me and Naida falling down the stairs together.
Yo.
Y'all was in that bin?
No,
No,
they was on the vent lid.
That's what I was saying. They was on the. We used to have dunk competitions in Cheyenne and Nini's room. They had a little rim set up. Honestly, my favorite memory is when I used to come home from college. I felt like that was the best time. Everybody was so happy to see me.
Leave it.
Running out,
It's the opposite for me.
Jesse. Yo, I'm screaming.
Only Nan was happy to see me.
Girl, you walked into my house like, hey,
Yeah,
Jazz.
bathroom.
I had a headache. Oh man, but it's I feel like it's just a true testament of like how we are now. Because there's so many things that I feel like you guys may remember that I forgot, or I remember that you guys don't remember, but it brought us all closer. Like, and I think we saw that last year. So we were living in Bridgeport at this house on Hazelwood since like. Shy, were you
Oh,
born in there?
yeah.
Like,
She was born in Tughouse.
You got baptized there.
no, Shy. I'm saying like,
Screaming.
I did get baptized.
like Lanita was one.
No, she was born there.
Lady was born there.
Wow, so we were there for about 17 years.
Yes. Yep.
And
18.
no, 17.
She's 18 now.
No.
No,
It was about 16. About 16 years. It's okay, I got you. 16 years we were there, and
Hard transition.
I mean, it's crazy because once we like left that house, there were so many memories that like that was your like me and Shy, that was your childhood, but like for us that was like the third house that we stayed in for the longest time, because we were on Colorado twice, and then there we were there for 16 years. But we had our dog named Alake, and rest in peace Alake. So Alake,
He went through a lot. He survived a lot.
but he was with us the whole time, and he from that house in Hazelwood to the hotel to the house that we're at now in West Haven. He just passed away. We put him to rest last October, but I feel like at that moment we were all like crying over Alec, and we like, dang. And that was like, you know, like that it was like obviously like he was our dog, but like it was at that point in time it's like, dang, like Alec was with us for a lot. You know, that hit home. But Max coming in at a crucial part of our life, he you know, swept in and came in. So Max came in 2018.
No doubt.
Yes, I'm about to get there. We suffered a flood. Yes, we did. We suffered. We was in the hospital for 6 months. It's all of us and sharing 2 beds. Like like it was. We suffered. I was trying to say our house.
You guys shared 2 beds. I slept on that couch with Lanita.
That's still the same thing.
No, that wasn't.
Like
I had my cot.
Not the cop.
listen, I had a
What if you
torn
took our
ACL.
clothes?
Shane, you had a broken arm, right?
Broken arm. I
Two
had
pulled out. And you got surgery.
It was crazy. So in 2018, literally January 7th.
everybody's birthday was spent in there.
Well, no, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
In 2018, on January 7th, we woke up to our water everywhere in the kitchen. Third floor was flooded. The basement was flooded. Our pipe burst in the house.
Because we couldn't get out the house.
So we had to evacuate immediately. And Alec was with us, and we ended up staying in the hotel. We ended up staying in the hotel for 6 months. And my mom was like, she wanted to do something to like make us happy, so she ended up buying Max, and Max came in to live with us in the
February
hotel.
8th.
So yeah, a month later. But yeah, that was a struggle. Like I don't know what y'all saying. Like that was a struggle. But it was a blessing in disguise too, because I just found out that I tore my ACL. I had 2 back-to-back surgeries, and we had at least 30 steps in our old house. So there was no way that I was about to be crutching up and down that every day. But it is a blessing in disguise. It brought us closer together, and like there's just so much that you can't do that you can do with girls that you can't do with guys. So like the fact that we was able to maintain, you know, them 6 months strong.
Where do we keep our clothes?
Girl, I don't know.
In the drawers.
It wasn't that many drawers.
My suitcase was in the
We
closet.
would go back. Sometimes we go back to the house.
Go back to the house.
Right,
Switch
right.
out her clothes.
We made it work though.
Moved back in. I had my own room.
Right. And ever since then, that's another thing too. I have shared a room with everybody in this room.
Not me.
Hey, can I say except? Like, you have to like except Juanita. Literally watching you guys grow with me is like, because I felt like I had to grow up at a young age, but we still had moments where we grew together. So it was like, I feel like that was a turning point for me, you know, because a lot of things happened after that where, like, you guys all grew up in your type of way. Nia, you got your job, and Tonisha, you started to venture out on your own, and Cheyenne, he was growing up as well. I remember when your grandfather got you, you were turning double digits when we was in the hotel, and you were already double digits. Right? You know, it's like, we was sitting in the living room, just like, oh, you're turning double digits, and Cheyenne's like, I'm already double digits. But we all just started to grow into our own after that because, like, it was just interesting. So I just want to remind y'all we are recording and I'm not editing any of this out. So try to keep it together, please. Thanks. Anyways, so what's one word that you would use to describe our relationship?
Supportive. I feel like we always make a way to be there for one another, like regardless of like our situations. Like if it's going to someone's game or picking someone up from practice, making sure that everyone's fed. Like we're always there for each other. Support each other. What is funny?
I'm about to be excused. Cause who the first one reaching out when y'all hungry?
Right.
Give me $20. I'm trying to remember. There's Anthony in this house. Can you don't have any cash out before you get here? Can you bring something to eat? I'm so hungry. Be hungry all the time.
Just had to pull his power.
Go ahead, Shai.
Don't go that way.
Go ahead, Shai.
Go ahead, baby.
I thought of this word. It's not like an actual describing word, but it's kind of like a symbol. Like, I feel like we're like a circle. Like, we are united as one. Why are you laughing? That's a word. I said it's more of a symbol. Like, it's not like a support. It's not like a describing word.
Okay.
It's like a symbolic thing. Like,
Okay.
we're all circle. Like, we can all come back, and we kind of like we all have pieces of each other. Like in our own personalities. Like, I have a piece of each of every one of you guys. So like. We like revolve in a circle, I feel like.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that.
That's
I like
nice.
that.
Symbolic. Go ahead, Tony.
I would say unique, because each of us is unique in our own way, and I feel like we are unique in our own way, and I just saying like Nini was saying, like we're like a piece of each other and stuff like that. So I would just say we're unique.
Okay.
I think
Go ahead, Shai.
I would describe it as selfless. I feel like we depend on like each other a lot for like advice or like money or just like whatever it is. And I think everybody like has a part in that. Like everybody, yeah, like Lanya said, like we work as a circle and stuff like that.
Just want to use mine.
I'm screaming. Well, circle is it. It's tough because it's like you use that as a symbolic word, but it describes as well. So like I was gonna say connected, a circle is connected, but I feel like in somehow, some way, like you can come to me about stuff that you can't go to Tonisha about, but you can also go to Tonisha about stuff that you can't come to me about. So it's like we're all connected in some type of way, and I feel like we know each other well enough to like tick each other off in different ways, but also like we know how to pick this one up and how to pick the other one up. So it's like we're all somehow, some way connected, which I really do appreciate. And I feel like I get overly emotional when I feel like we don't get along well, or because I just know how many people can like. I know other people don't have a circle like us. I know other people are not connected like us. I know other people can't rely on their brothers or sisters the way that we can rely on each other. So like when we go through different things, like I try to show y'all like it's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, like we still have each other. We wouldn't be the same core group if one of you guys was not here. Like there's moments when I was in college and you guys, did things that I wasn't there for, but it was different once I got here. The same thing with Lanita. Like, we're gonna do things while you're not here, but it's not. That doesn't mean that like it's the best time because you're not here. There's still one part of us is missing. So we are all connected in one way, and I feel like, you know, we said a lot of positive things, but we could be honest. Like we don't all get along with each other every single day, and especially when it was all 5 of us in one house. Like I'm blessed that I finally got my own apartment, but you know, it was tough. Like we had to share rooms. Like we sometimes only had one bathroom. Like there were some times where like it just felt like it was too cluttered. It was too crowded. But I'm just glad that didn't take us away from the love and the connection that we had, because it's tough. And you know how we grew up. I see it as like when I go other places and I talk to other people. Some people only got 2, 3 siblings. Like not a lot of people can say they have 4 siblings. So there's 5 girls in one house. I always say that I'm the oldest of 5. Wow! Oh my gosh! Bless your mom. Like they always say that because they always hit the no boys. No boys, right? Like wow. It's like no boys. Wow! I know your stepfather must look like. People always say different things because it's hard living in a house with 5 girls. Like it is hard, but you know we made our way and we stay connected. And like Tonisha said, we're all unique in our own ways, but like Lanita said, we're a circle because we're here with it. Which brings me to my next question. What challenges do you think we overcome? What challenges do you think that we have overcome, and what challenges do you think we still need to work on getting there? And it's okay. You can be honest, Shani. You can fix your face.
It's not even me.
I would say financial difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
We went from living in an apartment to living in a house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were times where we didn't have hot water for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Or the lights was off, or like, you know, we was struggling, but we didn't let that like affect like, you know, our ability to like go to school, get good grades, our performance in sports. Like we didn't let that affect us. And something that we can work on, right?
We did have to warm up water sometimes.
Right, like we had to warm water on the stove to take a shower, like taking baths. Like sometimes we didn't have heat, like, but we still like made things work, especially because we were all close. Like we didn't let those hard times like affect us as a whole.
I still remember the video I have on Snapchat of Tonisha shouting in the kitchen. The hot water was coming out. Yo, I cannot. But that's a good one because.
Well, you guys just tell us it wasn't working.
Right, because we didn't want y'all to worry. Like y'all was as y'all older sisters, y'all were younger, so we didn't want y'all to worry about that. Like.
And I feel like that's also something that y'all looked at as a negative because y'all felt left out with certain things. And some things, it's like, if I don't have to tell you, like the struggle right now, like, maybe I could save your childhood in some type of way. And that's not, like, there's just a lot of things that I thought differently of, like, let me try to protect you. And I understand with protecting you guys, like, y'all felt like y'all were left out and y'all felt like y'all were just kids. But in a way, like, once you start to get older, like people want to still be kids. Like people want to go back to their childhood and relive the moments because life gets harder.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
I was gonna say, just like how you said that, you know, you were protecting, it just reminds me of how, like, if mommy was going through something, she never would tell us.
Right.
She keep us protected so we wouldn't have to worry about things. Even though like things we didn't know she was going through or something like that, she always kept it like quiet and we didn't know, and she kept it protected. So it's like we kind of did that in a way, but not even knowing that we did it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just amazing.
That's a good one too, because that is true. She taught us how to be strong. The strength, okay? Like there's just certain things that, but I feel like as we get older, it's okay to not be strong.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, and that's why like show some vulnerability, and that's why like, you know, I wanted to get this podcast out, and I wanted to open up more about myself because like I play the strong role way too well sometimes, and it's okay to let it out. It's okay to talk about things, and I think as I got older, I started to tell you guys that, like, you can come to me and talk about anything. Like, you can come to me and, like, let some things out, so.
I think out of all of us, you probably picked up a lot of more traits
Mm-hmm.
from Molly, probably because you're the older one, but also just like even like your physical aspects too. Like people think you're the parent, like you're my mom. Like most people in college look at a picture I have all you guys, they'll like think that you're the mom. So like you obviously picked up some of those like strong like qualities
Right.
and personality.
I agree, but I also said, I feel like I want to be vulnerable. Like, I feel like I am vulnerable with you guys, and I try to tell you guys when I'm going through things and, like, when I'm struggling, so you will be comfortable with talking to me when you're going through things and you're struggling, and I can give you some advice on what I may have did to get through those, tough times or those dark moments, so that's definitely a good one. Cheyenne, what you got going on where you're doing a lot of yawning?
I think sometimes we can be better at, just being a bit kinder, Like, I feel like sometimes, like, everybody has their days, but...
The patience be out.
Yeah.
The window is closed.
Nia just yells at me for no reason. I just like, Nia, like, it's gonna be alright. Like, I feel like she's gotten better lately. In her big role that she stepped up.
Yeah, you stepped up big, y'all. Listen, let me tell you something. Ever since I left the crib, Mia done took that mother role and she's taking it well. I'm not gonna lie, but
Nia took the mother role when you left for college.
You're right. And I will say that she definitely
tried to leave.
Yeah.
It was the worst time.
She definitely did. But she got pulled in, and I think that me going to college helped y'all relationship get stronger. Because Nia started to step up and Tonisha started to do more things, but like you guys started to be more dependent on yourselves and each other. Whereas I feel like when I was here, I'm doing this, that for you guys because I wanted to. I didn't want you guys to have to struggle and go through that. Mm-hmm. But I agree, Cheyenne. It's like there's some days that the patience the window is closed. And like I said in my podcast, once you get to experience something of like going to work and coming home and you see stuff all over the house, it's like your head you start beating your head up against that wall because it's like what? It's the simple thing you just spend all day at work, but like we're working on it, and I do feel like we have our moments, and Cheyenne, you have become more vocal when you tell people to relax when they're a little too relax, bro. And like I feel like the receiver, like the person who is also telling people to relax can see things in a perspective way, and that might help you to understand why that person may be acting the way they're acting. And then it's that's why I like to turn it around sometimes. I like to be like, all right, Lanita is going through this, and she's telling me what she's going through. Let me look at it from her perspective rather than trying to give her advice from where I'm thinking about. And that took me and Lanita some time to get through because out of everybody, I feel like Lanita was the one that just like she was testing me. Like there were some things that I was saying, and I'm like, Lanita, I just need you to understand that I'm here for you. But like we grew in that. You're looking around, you don't feel that way?
What do you mean?
Like, do you feel like we have grown to have better conversations?
Yeah, I feel like with all you guys, like I've grown to have better conversations,
I agree.
I would always be
Not
the
for
one
real.
to,
Like,
my friends at college, like they know, like I'm always the one to just say what's on my mind, like, and I've been like that for a while, but I feel like I definitely got better, able to have better conversations.
It's the growth for me.
It's the growth.
I was just about to say that for my challenge. Well, one of my challenge I think was a challenge for me was hard. Moving, from here to West Haven was a struggle. Get emotional about sometimes. But, it was a struggle because I had a big room, a big house in Bridgeport, and then I moved to a smaller room I was upset about. But I feel like, after Alakay's death, we all kind of grew together, even in, West Haven, you guys would be upset with me, when we first moved into the house, because I was, upset about the house moving. But slowly, you guys helped me grow. I wasn't having a best junior year, but, like I feel like all you guys realized that and kind of helped me out. So that was a
Oh, I
challenge
like
for
that.
me.
We're here for you. You don't gotta cry.
And I think it was a perspective thing too, because
You guys were upset with me.
no,
I mean like when we first moved in, like you
Right.
guys were. I was upset. You were upset. It was just a hard change. You were upset. You were sharing a room too. Like I didn't see that until later on.
I wouldn't say that I was upset with you. It was just frustrating because
And I understood later on. Like,
I wasn't upset because you were upset about your room. It was just that me, Jazz, Tonisha, and Mommy, we
Worked hard.
put in a lot of work to get that house. Like, I know that it was Mommy's goal to get a house. She wanted her own house. Like, I knew that was her goal. And I was willing to put whatever fork that I had to make that work. So when we got it, you know, it was a nice house. You know, not everybody had their own room, but it was big enough for all of us. We had 2 dogs. So me seeing you upset because your room wasn't big enough, it's just like, yo, like, we worked real hard to, like, get this house. Like, I wanted everybody to be happy, and when I seen that you were upset, it was just like, dang, like, maybe this is, you know, not the house that we should have got, like. So I didn't want you to feel like I was upset with you. I just felt like, dag, like, maybe we didn't work hard enough. We should have got, like, a 6-bedroom, you know. We should have moved somewhere else.
And that was a rough year for us too. Like literally was 2021. The market is still crazy, you know, now. But like, the fact that we were able to get a house despite all the stuff that we went through, I think that's what we were seeing it. And like you said, you started to see that later on. But I feel like that was a big shift for us too, because you, even like your senior year, you started to grow more on and off the court because of the perspective change that you had from your junior year. And I do, like, you have grown a lot. I will say that. I give you your props. You have grown a lot. And I've grown a lot too. Everybody, that's it. Y'all all grown a lot. We still have a lot to grow though. Like, we're not at our full and best potential yet. We're still gonna become a better version of ourselves. So it's crazy because, you know, me and Tonisha, we were sharing a room, and that was a challenge in itself. But I never wanted how I felt about our living situation to come out on you guys. So like, I feel like there was
I feel like it's also, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're fine.
I was just gonna say, like, you look at that and then you like grow all the way to like being here, like,
Right.
but also you feel grateful for coming back, like sleeping over at our house just because we're all there. Like, for me, it's like coming from college, like I'm just excited to be like in my room, like
Right.
even though like I was so upset about it before.
And that's facts. Like, I was like, I never wanted our living situation to, like, I'm taking on my anger on y'all. And so that put me in a place where I'm spending extra money because bouncing from house to house to house, or like you know, going to stay in hotels for a little bit just to get a peace of mind and stuff like that. But you know, I feel like the love that I continue to show you guys helped me in ways that I didn't see, because like I was still you know, loving on you guys and trying to leave the house to give myself some peace, but also I'm blessed to be in this spot right now. I walk in the house every day, and I thank God for giving me this space, because, and I feel like it is because, one, how good God is, but two, you know, how I just was trying to keep our family together despite anything that I felt. And it's such a blessing when you walk in here every day, and I feel like I miss out on a lot with being at home with you guys, but I feel like you guys all have your own space in some type of way since one less person is gone. And
Two.
Yeah, two. You're right. But you're still there. You still got a room. Like, your room's not being given to anybody else once you leave, like mine was. But it's okay. You 2 people is gone, but
Nice bathroom time.
right.
Nice bathroom time.
Oh man. But like I said, I do.
It's just,
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's just I don't know, I guess like when you first, and I never shared this, but like when you had had told me like, you know, you're your own place and everything. Like, I was kind of like, I was happy, but I was sad because it's just like, dang, like, you know, leaving. But then it felt like you were leaving again for college type of thing. I started to feel like kind of sad. And it was just like, dang, that's like, you know, someone that's always been here. And even though she's still here, but it just was like a very emotional time. And I just, you know, I kept it to myself. But when we were talking just now, it just like came to me to say like it's different now. Like I understand it now. You didn't leave us. You just, you know, you went to something that's much better. You're still here. And it's just like, I don't know.
And I had to tell myself that too, because it's like, you know, Shy, I'm not at the house every day. And like Shy literally said, sorry guys, we had some camera issues, but we're back to it. Back at it again. But I was basically saying, like, Shy would say, like, you should come back to the house and spend some more time with us. And I'm like, you know, I'm like, dang, I should. But I'm just so busy. It's different from just coming straight home, and I still have the time to hang with y'all. But it's like, y'all know that y'all welcome over my house anytime. Like, I turned my second room into a studio, but if I needed, like, you know what I'm saying? If I need to change this to a room, I have no problem with it. But
studio, so I don't know where it's going, but
I still have to say it. That's a full time. You want to lay down, lay down. I have a couch downstairs. You can lay down too. But I'm screaming. I do appreciate you guys. I really do. I really don't know where I would be without you guys. You're a big part of my identity. Because like I said, like, yes, I said it right. Identity.
like an example, like our mimicking thing that we've.
Right, y'all get on my nerves with that. Yo, like I can't say nothing wrong around it. Like, not today. Not today.
But I brought that on to college, and my friends do that too. Like now.
I'm screaming. Y'all started that. We didn't start that.
You go along with it.
Y'all get on my nerves with that, but. Oh man, nah. I got one more thing I want to share with you guys. I felt like it was perfect timing because Sarah Jakes just reposted it on her story today, and it says, "Sisterhood is a profound connection where victories are shared, support is woven into the fabric of our closeness, and together we form a bond of strength, resilience, and shared experience. It's more than a community. It's a tapestry of empowerment and understanding." And that, I was like, wow. She literally posted it on her story like 4 hours ago, and I was like, I need that statement in my podcast because that's who we are. And not only do I want to continue to empower you guys, but I want to empower women all over the world. And that's why I wanted to start this podcast, and that's why I'm so glad that I have my title the way it is, because this is the Sisters Podcast. This is an open space where I want us to have conversations, tough conversations, laugh, you know, just different topics on growing up and being a woman, growing up being a black woman, growing up being a white woman, like, you know, we all these other different ethnicities, everybody go through the same thing, just different ways. And we're all going to struggle in some type of area in our life that another sister of ours can help us get through that.
Or growing up having boyfriends, girlfriends, relationships.
Yeah. Different topics. So,
I was just thinking about how like this past summer, not this past summer, there was one point where you guys were all in relationships and I wasn't, but it helped me grow.
Right. I'm not in a relationship anymore.
I said there was a point. I didn't say right now.
Oh, I got you.
I said there was a point.
Right.
But what I was in was not a relationship, it was a situationship.
I did not have a title. She said,
when I see title,
The red card.
yeah, please try it. But I am gonna have you guys come one by one of these days and, like, you know, share your own personal story, because we're all connected. We are a circle, but we all have our own stories and our own personal
life
things exactly to share. So thank you all
for being a part of my podcast. And I'm gonna come over here.
I have one question.
Oh,
Just for
gosh.
other than for your podcast, what other things do you plan to do, like other than our interviews? Like, do you have an idea?
Yeah. So sorry. I'm so sorry. You guys are my first because where would I be with all my sisters? You know what I'm saying? So it's literally my first podcast name was Adventures with 5Gs. Like y'all were the first ones in mine. Like so I wanted to share our stories, but I do have a list of people who are going to be up here. This is just the first one. I had to do my first podcast with my sisters. And then I would get other women up here. You know, some people will be in the studio. Yeah, me and Mommy will have a session. Some people will be in the studio. Some people will be on Zoom because my friends from college and like, you know, after college, stuff like that. Some people are not in Connecticut. So you guys are going to get a full taste of everything that is going to be happening on the Sisters Podcast. But first, you had to get a full taste of my four beautiful sisters right here. They're not cold, it's okay. So thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in, that's tuned in. Please like, share, subscribe, all that. I don't even do that. I hate TikTok, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. But thank you so much, and thank you guys.
So they can follow us?
Follow me on Instagram. It's Lanita with 2 A's .brand with 2 D's. Follow me on Snapchat. Follow me on TikTok.
That's the same name?
Lanita with 4 A's.
So it's no with 3 and no 4.
Go ahead,
Talisha.
Follow me on Instagram. It's Tonisha_. Wait. Tonisha. That's Sandy _Tonisha.
Yes.
And then my
I was gonna
favorite.
say, what about your what about Modestly Beautiful?
Oh yes, Modestly Beautiful. Yes, my waist bead.
Yes, Sistaaa waist bead. So you can follow that page too. I'm gonna put it up there because they clearly don't know their Instagram handles. Nia, you got one?
I only got Instagram. It's is just Nia with 4 A's.
Okay.
No Facebook. TikTok is the same thing. It's
Not
just
no
Nia.
Facebook.
If you look me up on TikTok, you'll find me.
Oh, she famous. Anyways.
Oh, I have TikTok too. I'm self-love _95.
Okay, so
TikTok.
Go ahead, Cheyenne.
Brand.Cheyenne on Instagram, and then the black girl standing there like this for TikTok, and for Snap.
You talking about the emoji?
Yeah. Snapchat.
Just add
Like
it on
shy.
just listen, just add us, but most importantly, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend about the Sisters Podcast because we're gonna grow, we're gonna learn, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry. You're gonna get all of it on here. So, like I said, thanks again for tuning in, my sisters. As always, I love you. I'm here for you. Catch you.
Love you.